Today on the show, we're going to be talking about the origins of Deadpool. So Deadpool, or Wade as we're going to call him for the rest of this video, had a bit of a messed up childhood. You see, his father left when he was very, very young, and as far as Wade knew, he was very close with his father and had a good relationship there, so he never knew why his dad left. And his mother, to ease the pain of suddenly being a single parent, turned to alcohol and drugs, and this made Wade feel very, very useless. So one day, when he was old enough, he decided he didn't want to be a burden on anyone anymore, and he joined the US military. In a comic much later on, it would be revealed that his parents never split up, they still lived together, and Wade's room was exactly as he left it when he ran away. But Wade didn't recognize his parents or his room, and he burnt it all to the ground. But before all this happened, he actually worked as a mercenary. Specific parts of this aren't clear, it's just kind of up to us to join the puzzle pieces together. And we do know for a fact that at one point he lived and worked in Japan. He actually worked for a crime lord called the Boss, and the Boss wanted to take down another crime lord called the Oyakata. So the Boss hired Wade to infiltrate a sumo wrestling group which was owned by the Oyakata and basically become a sumo wrestler, and he did exactly that. He got beaten up every day and ate like a sumo wrestler and lived like a sumo wrestler until he looked like a sumo wrestler. He actually ended up getting a sumo wrestler named Chino Yasake and fell in love with the Oyakata's daughter. When it came time to finish his job and kill the Oyakata, Wade couldn't do it. He just couldn't bring himself to kill the person that had given him this lifestyle which he loved to pieces. So he just walked away. This was the first time ever that Wade walked away from a job. Eventually he'd start dating a girl back in the US called Vanessa, and then he would find out he had cancer and would break up with Vanessa because he didn't want Vanessa to date someone that was terminally ill. And then he found a glimmer of hope through Department K. He became a part of the Weapon X program, which was a series of very, very intense experiments being done on him. Basically, and I quote, he had needles in his hoo-ha and tubes up his yin-yang. The results of these experiments were a mixed bag. Like, his body could regenerate at amazing speeds that essentially beat out Wolverine. But in exchange, he kind of looked like walking, talking mincemeat. Basically, he was cured of his cancer, but calling him ugly would be a compliment. They continued to do experiments on him for quite a few years, keeping him locked in a prison cell between experiments. So he eventually decided that this was worse than the cancer and he didn't want to live forever like this because he wasn't going to die, because his body could just regenerate. So he decided that he was going to escape. He made fun of one of the guards, took advantage of the situation, and just ran for it. And after this, he just became a mercenary again, but decided to wear a red mask and become essentially a superhero, but not at the same time. And this isn't part of his origin, but it is a major part of his character. In 2013, it was confirmed over Twitter that Wade is indeed omnisexual. I actually really like Deadpool's origin. I know I'm kind of known for saying that Deadpool's not one of my favorite characters, and he's not. I stick by that to this day, but I still do like his origin. Explaining his origin is not funny. It's quite serious and it's quite dark. But how Wade explains it in the comic X-Men Origins Deadpool, it's really funny. In this video, I also covered parts of the Deadpool and Whittle Wade team up because I do like the characters around Deadpool and inspired by Deadpool, like Whittle Wade and Lady Deadpool and even Gwenpool, even though she's not Deadpool and she's not Gwen Stacy, she's sort of like a mix of the two because her name is Gwenpool, but that's a whole thing I'll get into in another video this month. But nonetheless, I do really like Deadpool's origin. It's very relevant to the upcoming movie actually. His origin was done in response to the announcement of the movie, so definitely go and check it out before you check out the movie. I'll put links down below to mycomicshop.com to where you can buy his origin for yourself.
It's super effective!
Okay guys, that is it for today. So what do you think of Deadpool? Please let me know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more history videos. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking my Patreon if you want to see bigger and better and more history videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to my gaming channel if you'd like to play games with me. My name is Faust, this has been Exploring Comics, and it is super effective.